Tonight we continue our series of pre-election interviews. Our guest is an independent candidate for Governor's Council in District 3, which includes parts of Boston. We'd like to welcome Tom Sheff. Thank you very much for being with us, Tom.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Before we get into the business of the council here, talk about District 3. What part of Boston is in this district?
The parts of Boston would be Boston, Brighton, South End, and Beacon Hill.
So why are you running for this?
I'm running for this because a couple of years ago, there was a situation out where there was a person that had 3 lifetime sentences. His name was Dominic Snelly. And Dominic Snelly was paroled. He was up for parole, and they paroled him. And after 6 months of freedom, he went and robbed a closed department store in Woburn. And he got caught in a shootout and killed a Woburn police officer, Jack McGuire. I was appalled at that, and as I'm sure a lot of people were appalled at that, and I started taking a look at the parole board, how they got hired, how they got appointed, and I noticed, the Governor's Council did the advice and consent on the parole board, so that led me to think that led me to the makeup of the parole board. Of the Governor's Council, and I looked at their qualifications, and I felt that my qualifications certainly met their qualifications.
Of course, a couple of things have changed since then. Governor Patrick made some changes on the parole board, and we have the 3 strikes bill, and the death of that police officer, I guess, is one of the main reasons the bill has been passed. So what's left to do?
Well, as far as that bill goes,
making sure that we have the right people keeping a watch on paroles.
People are going to say whatever they're going to say in an interview process. So it's kind of impossible to know exactly if you're 100% right or not. It's a gut instinct. When you ask a question, if you're trying to become a parole board member and you tell me something, well, of course that's the answer I got, but I got to go by my gut as to whether that's truthful or not. We've had a lot of issues with judges too that are questionable, and so what can I say? I just think that that would be a big improvement for the board.
One of the other areas you say you're concerned about is family court.
Family court, I'm concerned about. I think that we're living in archaic laws right now. I'd like to be in. I know that's not part of the Governor's Council, and you have to kind of be careful of not overstepping. It's really not part of the Governor's Council's responsibilities. But it's something that I'm concerned about is the archaic laws going on in family court. I think that everybody would agree that having 2 parents for a kid to grow up with 2 parents is much more beneficial than to have 1 parent and then a visiting parent for 5% of the kid's life. So I think that that piece of law, that piece has to be reformed.
Of course, people want somebody making these decisions about who gets confirmed as a judge or who gets on the parole board. They want knowledgeable people. So if you look in your background, how do you become knowledgeable?
Well, my background is that I went to law school for a couple of years and I worked for a family law office for nearly 15 years. And I've worked with lawyers on a day-to-day basis and judges on a day-to-day basis. And there would be no phase in, I wouldn't need any training. I'm a TV person just like you on a new TV, and I got my own show. So I know the right questions to ask. I'm not going to be intimidated by lawyers or anything like that. And I'm an independent. So which I think is very key, because this is a position of checks and balances. And I'm as an independent, I'm not beholden to a party. I'm not going to be giving any favors, and I'm not going to be getting any political favors. I've had doors shut on me because I'm not a Democrat. I've had doors shut on me because I'm not a Republican. I just want to work for the people. So that's basically, I think I have a huge upside regarding this job because I'm an independent.
Well, Democrats and Republicans like to tell us they're independent too. But so why did you decide to run as sort of an unaffiliated?
Isn't that funny, right? Well, they pretend to be an independent, but when an independent comes to them, the city committee or the town committees won't let them. Every election is decided by the independents, but they won't vote for an independent.
You've also been talking about transparency. Now, I have to admit, a lot of people don't spend a lot of time keeping an eye on the Governor's Council. So, how are you going to make that work, letting people know more about what's going on, at least what you're doing?
I have 4 or 5 different areas that I want to improve upon. Right now, there's no website for the Governor's Council. So what I was going to do is keep my own website up to date and with everything, who voted what, and information about the candidates. The second thing is I want to create a blog. I have a blog kind of set up at tomchefslist.com. It's kind of like Angie's List, where you can comment about judges, lawyers, municipal employees that might be potential judges one day. The other thing is I'll be writing editorials, quarterly editorials to the tab regarding what's going on in the Governor's Council to all the 32 cities and towns in my district. And the last thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be leaving my show after the election, and I'm going to be starting a new show, assuming that I win. I'm going to be leaving my show and starting a new show and videotaping what goes on in the open hearings so that people from their own living room can see what goes on instead of having to come into town.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Independent candidate for Governor's Council in District 3, Tom Sheff.